We appreciate your patience as an audience. GMZW brought to you live from Mr. Rack's new conference room as upgrades are made to our studio.
Good morning, everyone! Today's show is sponsored by me, you, and your roommate Fetzkarl. A new movie by the infamous Gegg Smith, a director of Space Pirates in Space. Me, You, and Your Roommate Fetzkarl is a rom-com which Mr. Smith has claimed will rival previous films such as 700 Date Cycles and Only You Fill the Black Part of My Warp Drive. Bold claims, Gegg. Let's give it a listen, shall we?
Taxbick thought she knew what she was getting into when she started dating her hot, young Elcor co-worker.
Zigrat, hun. Does this pantsuit make my calves look scrawny?
Carefully lying. Of course not, my love. You have the bulkiest of legs.
Oh, you.
But physical attraction will only get you so far.
Zigrat, did you eat my nutrient-rich cake snacks again?
With guilt? Of course not, dear.
I can't believe this! You lie so much! You make me so angry! I thought you loved me! I'm going to my mother's house. Don't call me!
Sadly, what has happened to us, Taxbick? Wistful, we used to be so good together.
Their relationship is falling apart. Can it ever be saved? That's what one brave Vorcha wants to find out.
Zigrat, Taxbick clearly angry about something else besides cakes. Why not try talking to her?
With resignation, Fetzkarl, it is very hard to do that now. She only wants to yell.
Bipedal humanoids, am I right?
Laughing. Ha ha ha. You are right, you scoundrel.
It will be hard, but Fetzkarl will save his friend's relationship, even if it costs him his life.
Fetzkarl, please! Just stop fighting! Stay down!
Can't stop. We must win the title belt championship.
Concerned that Fetzkarl, you will die.
Worth the pain. If you two stay together. Ah!
Will true love and friendship save the day? Or are Taxbick and Zigrat doomed to a loveless courtship? Find out this weekend in Me, You, and Your Roommate Fetzkarl, a Gegg Smith production.
Good morning, Zakera Ward.
Spirits, well that was interesting, wasn't it, Suraya? Are you well?
That was fantastic. What are you doing this weekend, Jorik?
Suraya, you can't be serious.
Jorik, Space Pirates in Space was objectively the best film in cinemas this year. It's literally still on never-ending rotation at most cinemas in major cities on Earth.
Suraya, no.
Suraya, yes, we are all but drowning in an endless sea of trash movies, and SPIS was the life raft that carried us to shore.
Suraya, please.
Let me be your space driftwood, Krog. I'll carry you home safely. How do you not see the utter brilliance in Gegg Smith's writing?
Very easily, Suraya. I thought you had standards.
Clearly, humans and Turians have very different tastes in cinema.
In that humans have no taste?
Oof, those are fighting words coming from a Frankie.
Hardly. My Little Varen is clever, cute, and entertaining, all in one animated show. It's leagues better than Gegg's so-called cinema.
Jorik, you are comparing 2D Varen to a billion-credit production team.
Now wait, I didn't...
My Little Varen has an abysmal budget, and it shows.
Money doesn't always mean quality work, Suraya. I think that much is apparent from that other show you like so much. Who MD? All those visual effects, and it still looks as wobbly as a public access children's show.
Jorik, I consider you a friend, and I ask that you stop there before you start something you cannot finish.
I'm not scared of you or your silly physician and his sonic scalpel.
Oh, please, I'm not... Wait. I thought you said you didn't watch it. How do you know the main tool in the doctor's surgical bag?
I may have seen 1 or 2 episodes, back when it was good. You know, with the 4th iteration in medical school. They were trying to stop Azazel from opening the 66 seals.
Jorik, I take back what I said about your tastes. Clearly you have something of a decent cinematic palette if you can appreciate the classics. Crisis averted. I'll guess I'll just find someone else to go with me. Madame Amore, would you accompany me to a cinema to see a masterpiece of a film?
An interesting proposal, Suraya. I must admit I'm intrigued. Yes, I'd enjoy winding down with a fun movie. I would love to join you.
Now wait, I didn't know we were going to make a group trip out of it.
Oh? What's that? You'd like to tag along? How interesting. But Asar and I are 2, and 3's a crowd.
Oh, don't be silly, Suraya. We can all go. I'm sure it'll be quite the enjoyable experience. We can make plans later, though, dear. You've got a show to host.
Quickie introductions. For those of you listeners tuning in for the first time, this is Suraya, charismatic lead human female radio host. Sitting alongside me are my friends, Turian male co-leader Jorik.
Also known as the one who actually knows what he's talking about.
Getting in some early shots, I see. All right. And the love Asari of loving loveliness, Asar Amore.
Hello and good morning.
See? No worries, Asar. Show's already going. Besides, I'm sure our audience was enjoying listening in on our movie-going plans. In fact, there's a call and... Oh no.
Suraya? We have a caller.
Yes, Jorik. I can see that.
I'm going to take the liberty of answering the call now.
No! Don't!
Why not?
Jorik, I was just talking about finding someone to go with me to see a movie. Think. What crazy fan of ours would probably want to go?
Oh no.
Relax. You're both being paranoid. It's not him. I'll take the call. Hello, listener. This is GMZW, and you are on the
Hi,
air.
Suraya. Hi, Jorik.
Bad things to good people. Hey! You? Neurotic fan Salarian caller. You? What can we do for you today?
I heard your offer, and I would love to join you for me, you, and Jorik Cyril.
It's me, you, and your roommate Fetzkarl.
Yes, of course, that too.
Can't. Just remembered I'm booked that day.
But I haven't suggested a day for us to go yet.
Right? Of course. What day were you thinking of going?
I was thinking maybe Monday, so we could get the that day special.
Can't. Busy Monday.
Oh, all right. Tuesday.
Booked.
Wednesday.
No.
Suraya.
Thursday.
Unavailable.
Suraya, stop toying with him.
What? I'm genuinely busy on all those days.
Friday.
Ugh, seriously? Look, unnamed neurotic Salarian creep, it doesn't matter when. It doesn't matter where. I'm not going anywhere with you. Ever.
But why not? I constantly send special gifts your way. I've collected each of your hairs, except Jam's free to threaten to step on me if I didn't back off. I know where you all live. Why is it so much to ask for us to hang out together in person?
What? You cornering us in a parking lot wasn't a long enough hangout for you?
I mean, that was okay, but I would have liked for it to have been longer.
Jesus Christ, dude, no. Are you even listening to yourself right now? Just go away.
Suraya, wait, please. No.
Bloody hell. Whew. Yes, we should. So, have you heard? In 3 weeks, the annual CitaCon is coming to the Citadel, and for the first time, GMZW will be broadcasting live and on location from the convention floor. I hope you're ready, Jorik. We're gonna hit the ground running when it starts.
Why are we hitting the ground, Suraya?
Not literally.
I know. I also know that the few times I get to go to conventions, I end up spending my time wandering the aisles. I usually end up in Artist Alley myself.
The giveaways, Jorik, the giveaways! We have to get our names on as many lotteries and raffles as we can. We have to try and get as much swag as possible. I need all the swag.
If Jorik can't keep up with you, perhaps I could join you. Some of those giveaways offer tickets I'd be interested in.
Really, Asar? What are you looking for? Free spa days or something?
Well, I wouldn't say no to those, but sometimes they give out tickets to monster Skytruck rallies. If I can pick up a few tickets for free, then that just means I can grab more Reaper merch.
If you wanted more Reaper merch, we could have gone last month.
I was busy. Had an appointment in Sonvez.
Regardless, the Platinum Quad is going to come out on top this season. The Reaper can't stay undefeated forever. Last night, Bragus Clud even set out a challenge. Your Salarian driver is going to be smeared all over Clud's windshield on Demolition Thursday next month.
Is that so? Fancy a wager?
I might be willing to put a few credits on that. I'm not much of a gambling Turian, though.
Oh, come on, Jorik. You're not afraid, are you? Fear is proof of a degenerate mind, after all.
How does 50 credits sound?
I'm not going to be able to leave you two alone at the convention, am I? The moment I leave you two, you're going to be organising cosplay fight rings to bet on.
Nothing so crass, Suraya. I haven't done fight rings in centuries. Texas Hold'em is more my speed these days.
Wait, did you just admit to doing fight rings?
You play human poker? How did you pick that up?
Wait. How are you able to recognise that Texas Hold'em is poker?
Spend enough time on a military vessel, Suraya, and it's inevitable.
I learned about it more recently through someone that messaged us while we are on hiatus. The poor man was pining after a bartender at the Silver Coast Casino. I became addicted soon after, assisting him.
And you didn't invite me?
I didn't take you for a gambler.
I could learn. Could be a fun girls' night out.
True. But you also ignored me when I waved to you at the consorts.
Ugh, rubbish.
Rest easy, Suraya. It's in the past. Now, in regards to the upcoming convention, I may end up getting lost in the gaming section. I heard a rumor that Galaxy of Fantasy might reveal a new expansion. I'm excited to see what they do for the Huntress class.
And she likes gaming too. You sure your real name's not Mary Sue?
Of course it isn't, dear.
So, what is it then?
It's Asar Amore, dear.
Ah!
I could never get into that game. The team play aspect is very appealing to me, but I always seem to get forced into a healer's role, and I'm just not that good at it. My little sister's a natural, though.
The infamous sister returns! Are you going to be bringing her around at all? Maybe she can visit our booth while we're there.
Sadly, she won't be able to attend. Besides being a bit young for a convention, my stepmother will be taking her to Ilium for the next few months. Mrs. Cyril's new youth clothing line needs models, and little Eilani is always front and center for her advertising campaigns.
Eilani, your sister has a lovely name.
Thank you, Asar Amore.
You mentioned that the two of you aren't biologically related.
Nope. She's an Asari that's not even in her maiden stage yet, and, well, I'm obviously a Turian. Technically, she's my stepsister, but those are just words. To me, she'll always be my little sister, and I love her.
Oh, Jorik, that's wonderful.
Yeah, sure. Are you positive you won't be bringing her? My little Varen is going to have a booth there.
Yes, well, mother comes first. Oh, that's right, they'll be debuting their new Protectors of Peace figures there, too. Oh, I better grab a few. For her.
Sure, Jorik.
Who MD's going to have a booth there, too, you know.
And I plan on getting a signed book of the damned.
I find it odd that you hold such suspicion towards Jorik's sister, Suraya.
I mean, all this time I've known Jorik, and I've never met her. Remember that time he got sick and didn't show up for work for like a week? And then the Neurotic Salarian found him at the My Little Varen convention. And then he tries to justify it as, my sister wanted to go. Except we never heard her voice, even though she was supposedly right there. That's suspicious.
Now you're starting to sound as crazy as him.
I'm just gonna say it. Jorik, do you even have a sister?
Yes.
Right. Just like your headaches and migraines.
Here we go.
Look, it's just... Sorry. You can see why I'm skeptical though, right? I've never even met little Origami.
Eilani.
Yeah, her.
Suraya. Always so distrustful.
Hey now!
I'm only teasing, darling. I know it's just the investigative journalist in you. Speaking of, how do you feel about that outspoken Hanar on the Presidium?
You mean the one going on about the Enkindlers? Just like that crazy jellyfish that attacked us?
That's the common Hanar religion. If you picked any Hanar on the Citadel, they'd tell you that they believed in the Enkindlers. This doesn't mean they're all conspiring together.
Hey, I'm not the only one that found him a bit strange. Did you hear CSEC was going to question him?
Yes, I'm sure they were. They were going to bring in the whole Quick Response Division to take him down.
They should! Politeness and peace my arse! The last time a Hanar was babbling on about the Enkindlers, Mr. Rat got shot in the chest and we got flashbanged!
Shoulder, Suraya. Mr. Rock took a round to his shoulder, and it didn't even penetrate the first layer of his suit. Honestly, that Hanar was never really much of a threat.
Not a threat. He breaks in, guns drawn, and commandeers our station to talk about how the Keepers are some kind of slaves and will help murder everyone in the Citadel, and how it was all made possible by the Enkindlers or something. And now there's another Hanar on the Presidium sharing the light of the Enkindlers. That can't just be a coincidence.
He's certainly not the first Hanar missionary, Suraya, especially on the Citadel. That's why they have evangelical permits, so that Hanar and others can spread their faith. He's not doing any harm by talking about what he believes in.
I thought the missionary is a she.
Does it matter? A Hanar starts acting weird, or at least weirder than normal, and nobody finds it suspect.
You live at the center of the galactic community, Suraya. And you work in the news. Strange is our lifeblood. A proselytizing jellyfish is barely a blip on our long-range scanners.
Yeah, true. You're right.
Well, let's move on. We do have a bit of news to speak about. Your favorite human was on yesterday. Miss al-Jilani with Westerland News was able to secure an interview with Miss Shepard.
Is it just me, or was al-Jilani being manipulative? It seemed like she was really trying to trick Shepard into saying something that would embarrass the Alliance.
I know. I really don't care for her. It's like she's always trying to make fools out of the people she interviews. That kind of journalism causes problems.
Though Shepard did handle the interview very well. She gave a good accounting of herself. But at times she also seemed stiff. At parade rest and giving answers that sounded like they were being read from a pamphlet. Is that a human military thing?
I'm not sure if it is. Turians do similar. Interviews with military officials are difficult to handle. Servicemen and women are encouraged to treat it like you're being questioned by a superior officer.
Yeah, they always seem to go one way or another. Either the person being interviewed becomes a statue, or they find a way to relax. I'm just so proud that Shepard was able to deflect Khalisar's attempts at making her sound like a Terra Firma poster.
I hate those humans. Terra Firma supporters are exceedingly difficult to speak with, especially as a Turian. Highly uncooperative people.
That's who they are, Jorik. Not much can be done about it. But it's good to see that our new Spectre is all for inclusion of other species. Did you see that Krogan walking behind Shepard during her interview?
I must have missed it.
I did. That's Erdnot Rex. Never really expected to see him again.
Didn't expect to see him again? How do you know who he was? I don't remember his name being mentioned.
I've made his acquaintance before.
Really? When?
Feels like another age now. I met him while a friend of mine, Alina, was helping him chase down pirates and mercenaries. He was good at it. I'm guessing he picked up a contract that brought him into Shepard's path.
Apparently, he was picked up by C-Sec a while ago with the intention of going to Korra's den. Maybe he was looking for someone.
Who knows?
Oh, that reminds me. Did you read Emily Wong's article last week?
I did. I heard it first on the elevator, and then I read the full thing later over dinner.
I read it as well. To be honest, I'm by no means surprised to find out that Fist was into some shady business deals. What I was surprised to hear about was how he was a front for an entire organization. Perhaps he was who Rex was after.
According to the article, Korra's den was a rendezvous point for this group. Somewhere orders could be dropped off, meetings could be held, and money could be filtered through. Reminds me of my military days.
Fist was a creep. I'm not saying he deserved a shotgun blast to the chest, but he was definitely that kind of guy that, leered at women when they came in.
Well, it's a bit like the pirates and smugglers I used to deploy against on the Proxima. They always had a home base somewhere, a moon or a station where ships could dock, rearm, and then head out to hit another target. Our mission was always stop the current issue at hand, track the enemy back to their base, mark the base for a larger ship, support the cruiser when it arrives, and hunt down the remnants.
Korra's den was definitely Fist's home base.
I'm just surprised that they were able to keep it a secret for so long. With a name like Korra's Den and a reputation for being on the seedier side, C-Sec should have shut them down ages ago.
I think they were trying to. Miss Wong mentioned that C-Sec had been investigating that place quite a bit. Fist was a major player in this corruption ring. Granted, he seemed focused in the tower area, but he was also at the centre of several major crimes all throughout.
I'd believe it. He certainly had that sort of arrogant criminal look to him, as though he knew he could do whatever his depraved little mind could think of, and get away with it.
That sounds like something someone who's been around Fist would say. Visited Cora's den a few times yourself, I take it?
I wasn't a regular, but I did have a friend who used to dance there, and I'd visit her on occasion. She's trying to get a job at Flux now.
Did CSEC give her any trouble? I would think that they would want to interview all the former employees, just in case they were involved with any criminal activities.
She's already checked in with them, Jorik. Besides, CSEC's quite busy these days.
I think we have time to cover one more story. What was the other one Wong did? Oh yeah, the one on traffic control. It's been rumoured for a long time that Citadel traffic controllers are being overworked, but thanks to Emily's expose, we now have proof. The Citadel needs to hire more workers, upgrade their framework, and support the workers that they already have.
I agree. You can't expect people to perform their jobs well if they're tired and underappreciated. It's difficult to calculate the different trajectories and time requirements of all the ships moving throughout the Citadel. One big freightliner crash and we would have a serious problem.
What happened to everyone has to perform their duty, no exceptions?
Everyone does have to do their job, Suraya. That goes without saying. But a single person can only do so much. Demanding more just results in sloppy work and dangerous conditions. It's a worker's job to work, but it's a manager's job to ensure that standards are up to par so that employees can properly work.
I was honestly surprised to learn how bad it was. Minimum wage for 16-hour rotating shifts, bare-bone benefits, and next to no holidays or break? It's actually astonishing that there hasn't been a terrible crash yet.
Exactly. To think that every time I got on a pan-galactic Jumpworks cruiser, I ran such a high risk of getting hit by a food truck.
I guess that would mean you would have been creamed, Suraya. Your trip would have become toast.
Getting close to that, Jorik. Hey, maybe your friend could get a job there, Asar. I'm sure they've got plenty of job openings now that this situation's public.
I doubt it. She never marked very high on her integral calculus modules at school. Also, a maiden like her doesn't like to be tied down to such a tedious job.
Fair enough. Well, hey everyone, that's all the time we have. Just another reminder, in 3 weeks we'll be coming to you live from CitaCon. Come find our booth. We'll be over by the main stage off to the right.
Though, just as a warning, we may occasionally be away. Suraya and I will both want time to wander the aisles. Booth G098 is where we'll be.
When we're not getting autographs or sitting in on panels.
Precisely. Get your tickets to CitaCon now if you haven't already.
And surprise! Over the next few days, we'll be doing giveaways for free tickets and even a pair of VIP passes for those of you that want to go last minute. Just tune in and be the lucky caller to win. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm going to be all decked out as Glyn Douglas Aran.
I think I'll dress up as Flight Lieutenant Pelagius.
Either way, come find us among the other cosplayers. This has been GMZW. Enjoy the rest of your day here at the Wards.